All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Rightio legends, Chaos Chronicles, and we're back with another video. And so today I thought I'd do a video. My partner actually gave me this idea because this is kind of how we met. So she actually contacted me asking about one of her friends or family that was in prison. And so they asked me, some advice on what they can and cannot do. And so, that gave me the idea to do this video about, if you've just had one of your family members locked up or put in prison or whatnot, and you are new to this life, then, here's some of the things you can do and some of the things you shouldn't do. But yeah, before I get into it, if you guys are loving my content and would like to show your support, jump up there and shoot me a subscription. That's absolutely the best way you can do that. And if you hit that bell there, that little bell icon, if you press that, you will get a notification every time I drop a video, and that way you'll never miss any of my clips. And also, up to 90% of my videos are Creative Commons, which means if you want to make them your own, edit them, trim them, do whatever you want to do with them, do a collaboration with them or whatever, you can do that with most of them. How to find out whether you can do this, you just have a look at the bottom of my video in the description, and it will tell you whether or not it is a Creative Commons. But anyway, subscriptions, and let's get into it. So what can you do to help? So even just a simple letter, but firstly, you've got to try and find out. So firstly, when they get arrested and they haven't been given bail, they're going to spend some time in the police cells, and they're also going to be spending time in possibly the remand centre, and then they will go to the MAP, and then they'll either go to Port Phillip or they will go to MRC if this is Victoria. So what they generally will do if you have not been given bail is they will go to a remand centre, and the easiest way to find out is to Google whatever state you're in, what remand centres that there is, and generally your friend or family will be at the closest one to where they got arrested, but that is not always the case. So, when they first get arrested, it can be hard to find out where they are, but I suggest, like in Victoria, you ring Corrections Victoria and they should be able to give you a little bit of information, at least a CRN, so you can at least write, because sometimes they won't even tell you where they are. So, but the first thing you should do is try and find out their CRN. I know in New South Wales and other states they call it their MIN number. But find out their number, and then that way you should be able to write them a letter. If you just direct that letter to Corrections Victoria, it will find its way. But so even just the simplest letter can make the biggest difference in somebody stay in prison. Just letting them know that you're there to support them, and that you are there for them, and just letting them know that they do have outside support makes such a big, massive difference. So a simple letter a week. And also now they have email a prisoner. So I know most states have this now. So, you don't even have to write a letter. You can just write an email on your computer or from your phone or whatever, and that will find its way to them. They do have these computers here. Well, they have them in Victoria. They're called the Unilink. I don't know what it's called in other states, but that's how they can return your emails and whatnot. So, and then once you are in contact, you got to try and get on their visit list. You want to try and get your phone number put on their phone list. So, but generally, when they get arrested, you're allowed to have, when they take you to, like, say, the MAP, they will, if you have got your phone on you, or if you don't know phone numbers or whatever, they will let you make one phone call to a family member to let somebody know that you have been arrested. And then at that time, if you do know your family member's number, they will ask you if you want to put that number on your phone list or whatnot. And then you can talk to them on the phone from that point on. But yeah, like I said, just the one simple letter a week just can let them know that they've got support, and just lets them know that there's people out there that are not forgotten about. them, because that's the worst thing when you're in prison. It just seems like everyone seems to forget about you and stuff like that. So it gets you a bit down. So that one letter a week can make a big change. And then also what you can do is, if you're from a family that doesn't have money, you can try and get them some legal aid. But like, this is like playing the lottery. Choosing legal aid lawyers. Some of them are very good, but some of them are not very good. So you kind of got to do your homework on that. A lot of big law offices and that, like the ones that are well known, will do legal aid. It's just a matter of having to ask around and see who is good and who is not good and whatnot. But just getting them that kind of help and taking that stress off them. This is all things they can do from in there, but these are all things that you can do to help. And I can't stress enough that getting a good, if you're going to be using legal aid, like, getting a good legal aid lawyer is very, very, very important. And so yeah, also, another thing you can do as well is, like, when you find out whatever prison that your people are at, you can find out what their rules and regulations are and try and learn them. Like, if you're going to be writing letters and sending stuff in and stuff, like, I know some prisons don't allow you to send photos in at all anymore, or like, you used to be able to get like paintings from your family and stuff like that. Like, if your kids have painted your pictures at school or something, or at kindergarten, you used to be able to get them sent in. Now I know that a lot of prisons have cracked down on this just because of people's sophisticated ways of getting drugs in and out of prison. That's all I'll say. But they have put a stop to that. And yeah, so just it's just going to make it a lot easier on you if you find out the rules and regulations when it comes to visiting as well. I know there's certain clothing that you're not allowed to wear. Like, I know my mum doesn't wear low cut clothing or clothing that shows skin or anything, but I know my mum's been turned away just for having like a t-shirt that's like in the middle of summer and it's got like shortened sleeves and stuff like that. So it pays to find out what you are and what you are not allowed to wear, and what you are and what you are not allowed to do in visits, because the last thing you want to do, because anyone that's been through this procedure knows that it's a long drawn out procedure. And you don't want to be, your people are already going to have to be waiting for hours in the visit center before they all get processed. And then the last thing you want is for them to be waiting to get processed for hours and hours, and then they get told that they can't visit because of their clothing that they're wearing. Now, some prisons will allow you to they do have like t-shirts and stuff that you can wear. Like, we'll supply you with t-shirts that hundreds of other people have wore, so just know that. But sometimes wearing that t-shirt is a bit better than not knowing, not seeing your people. But also, I thought that I just stress how important it is to let these people know that you're going to be there for them when they get out, because this is a big fear as well. And like, the re-entry into society is very hard for someone who's been into prison, and just having that support when you get out is massive. And like, it really means a lot. And just being there for them is massive, and letting them know that you are going to be there for them. For some people, it's very hard, and it takes a long time for them. If you've done anywhere over 3 months, it takes a little bit of adapting for you to, you've been away from the real world for a long time. And even a 6-month sentence can really throw you off kilter. And it takes people a lot of time to readjust back into normal society. Things are moving so quick, and it's just some people get very overwhelmed. And just having there, and then you being there and being supportive for them, it's very important, the support when they first get out. Because this is the problem. A lot of people get out and they don't have any support at all, and so they just revert back to what they know. So say, for instance, they're going to get let out with a little bit of money that they've earned, and it gets put in your set aside. So once that money runs out, and sometimes, you're given like a hotel for 2 weeks or something like that. And a lot of the times when these hotels and stuff run out and their prison money runs out, they've got nowhere to stay, they've got no food to eat. So a lot of people just revert back to what they know, and they're going to go to doing crime to like for eating and accommodation and stuff like that. So just having that support is absolutely massive. So I thought I'd also write down a few don'ts as well, what you shouldn't do. So, this is a very common thing. And so, like, more times than not, this will get the people in a lot of trouble if you do this. So, a lot of the times, people will ring up and tell their people that they're not coping, and, then the people on the outside take it however they take it. And, or people might ring up and say, look, I'm in a bit of trouble. I owe this person money, rah, rah, rah. The worst thing you can ever do is ever ring up the prison and say that A, you're concerned for your friend or family member's safety, or B, you're concerned about their mental health or their well-being. Doing any of these can get them in trouble that they don't need. So, if you ring up and tell the jail that your son or your daughter or your friend or your whoever has told you that they are not safe, then the jail has to act on that, because you're someone from the outside ringing up saying that this person is not safe, and they will absolutely go in there and take this person out under duty of care, and that will get put down as a professional bail, and you will definitely get seen as somebody who's done something wrong, and even if you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't tell the screws anything, but you've told your people, and your people have rang up and told them that, you might not be safe because you owe people money or whatnot, they're 100% going to come and get you out of that situation, and then that can put you in a bad situation. So you need to, not ring up the prison and let them know that you're worried about their safety. And also, it goes the same, sometimes people have had a bad day or whatever, and they might ring up their people and say that they're having a bad day, and their mental health is not so well, and you might be concerned that they might be, going to harm themselves or even worse, so you ring up the prison and you say, like, look, I am worried about so and so person because they just told me that they're, not coping mentally or whatever. These are some of the things that you don't want to do, because in that situation, they're definitely going to come and they're going to act on it. Once again, it's someone from the outside that's rang up and said, so they have to act on it, and they will, just on duty of care. And these are a couple of things that can, literally get your people in trouble, and get them in trouble that can definitely be, stopped if you didn't ring up and do these things. So that's very important as well. And I just thought I'd add one more in there as well. And so, like, sometimes, like, I made light of this as well. It's very easy to get hooked up in drug addiction whilst you're in prison. And so therefore, most of the time, if you don't know how to hustle and bustle and you don't know how to do certain things, the easiest way to get your drugs in prison is to get your people to send money to other people's accounts. So I guess what I'm saying here is don't enable bad behavior, because I promise you, once people start getting into debts where they're getting you on the outside to fill up other people's bank accounts and TAB accounts they used to use and stuff like that, like, these are things that 100% in the long run is only going to get your people in trouble. And, like, so I know that there's going to be a couple of people watching this that still do jail and prison and stuff, and are going to say, bro, that's a shit go saying that. But the truth is, I'm saying this to help you, because you all know that there becomes a time, if you're someone who doesn't have an earn, or someone who doesn't have the pool where you can get these drugs for free every day, like a lot of people do, then 100% there is going to come a time when this is going to turn around and bite you in the bum, and you literally don't want that. And this is why I'm saying to your people not to enable this and don't allow it. So if they're ringing you continuously and they're saying, oh, I need money for shoes, but can you put it in this account and that, I'm saying don't enable that, and don't allow this to happen. So I know in Victoria you can send $140 to somebody's account. So this is also something you can do to help. You can have $140 a month, and that is enough. That is 100% enough to get all the bare essentials, toiletries, and then even a bit of food. A lot of people like to do their own cook-ups and don't eat the prison food. So there's a lot of canteen items that you can buy, like pasta and stuff like that, so you can make and do your own cook-ups and stuff like that. So that's quite normal to fill someone's account. But when you're starting to fill other people's accounts and filling outside accounts like bank accounts and stuff like that, just take note that it's definitely going to be for nefarious things, and you don't want to be enabling that and getting your people in any trouble that they don't want to be in. So there's just a few things you can do to help, guys. But also, this is going to be like a Q&A video. If there's anyone watching this that's got any questions that they want answered about their people in prison, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll absolutely answer every single question, and yeah, I will may even answer a few of them with some videos as well. So if you've got questions about any of your people that are, may have just been arrested, or just been given, they've been refused bail and they've been put on remand or whatever, or they've just got a jail sentence, write it down in the comment section, and I'll do my utmost best to answer it the best way I can for you guys. And yeah, if there's anything I missed or whatever, chuck that down in the comment section as well. Sometimes I don't remember everything. I do not have the best memory because of my MS. Not making excuses, but it is the truth. But I am reading some job points here, but sometimes I do miss things. But also, I'll take this opportunity to say to all you guys that are loving my content and you just wanting to help, the best thing you can do for me is to jump up there and shoot me a subscription, and either jump in and share this video around, all my videos around, and share them around and get people to watch and tune in. That's the best thing you can do to help my channel. Absolutely. If you hit that bell icon, you'll never miss any of my uploads, and yeah, you'll get a notification on your phone or your computer whenever I've dropped another video. And yeah, I also have memberships available as well. There's 3 different tiers of memberships, and what do they do? So they help me do things. So I've just been able to buy a new microphone that I'm waiting to get here right now, and stuff like that. And they just help me grow and do bigger and better things. And like I said, we've got some big things planned for the upcoming year, 2025. So stay tuned and watch this space. And yeah, hopefully some very good stuff coming out of this space in 2025. But all right, guys, don't do drugs and crime, and you won't end up in prison. You won't have to deal with none of this bullshit. But worstly, you won't be putting your people on the outside through none of this bullshit. So no drugs and crime. You won't end up in prison. Anyway, I've been the Chaos Chronicles. We out.